Hello everyone, you are welcome back again to my YouTube channel. And how are you all doing, especially during this winter period? Those in Canada, how are you coping? Those in the UK, how are you coping? And those in those countries where it snows like this, how are you coping with the weather? Honestly, this weather is not cooperating for me, and part of the reason I've been off and on my channels. Like this weather, although I like winter period, and you know that anything that is in excess definitely will not be good. I love winter period, but the way the snow came this year surprised everyone, and everybody I discussed with, they kept on saying the same thing. It didn't snow this much for last year's winter till maybe January, February. Let's say basically this year, that was when it really snowed for last year's winter. But this year's winter now is taking another shape. It's taking another shape because I don't really know what this is. Don't worry, before the end of this video, I will show you how the whole place is at the moment. I discovered that since we entered this winter, especially around the time it really snowed this heavily, it affected my body system. I have been watching it for a while now, even when I was in the UK. First of all, the the day gets dark quickly. I remember then whenever I closed from work when I was in the UK, as at 3:30, everywhere is already getting dark. And when everywhere is getting dark, there's this thing your brain tells you it's night. Your brain starts telling you, oh, this is night. And what happens at night is for you to sleep. Like you will not just be active. I don't know if it's me or I'm just talking for myself. I don't know if it's just me. But I just noticed that my hormone is just slowed down. The activeness will just drop. So it was like that. Even times I want to go buy something in African stores, once it's like 5 6, there's this rush people usually have when it's evening, when you're outside in the night, that kind of feeling that, oh, let me do quickly and go home. Meanwhile, the time is just 5 6. I experienced it the first year I moved to the UK. I experienced it the second year. Then I was like, maybe it's just one of those things. And I complained to a friend, and she was like, oh, you don't receive too much of sunlight. You have to take vitamin, is it D, like that? But this year's own, tidy wrapper. Like, I always just want to be indoors. I want to sleep. And I just it's this weather makes me feel tired very easily. I can't even create content. Like, I would just be on one spot. So I don't know if it's out of place or there's something wrong with my body system. But the weather is somehow this period. Obviously, I don't know how it's gonna be till we still have like barely a month plus to go. I don't know how it's gonna be till December. Because if it's like this now, we don't know how it's gonna be. I feel for those that do private jobs where irrespective of the weather, they have to go to work, and if they don't go to work, they won't get paid. I really feel for those people because sometimes when you see the way the outside is looking, you will just want to stay back inside. But you're in Canada. If you stay inside, you won't earn money. You won't. So I will love your suggestion, guys, in the comment section. What you think I should do, because I'm just barely 1 year plus here in Canada, and probably I'm still a newbie. Maybe those that have stayed long here will have a solution to this feeling I'm having. And I didn't conclude just with one winter period. I've studied it over time that during this period I just get tired and I always want to be on my bed. Well, that aside, we'll cope. And the long winter period in Saskatchewan or in Canada is also another thing that almost discourages me about staying here. Don't get me wrong, everywhere cannot be perfect, but there are some things that you just feel, oh, if it was like 3 months, it would be fine. It's gonna be like this. This winter period is gonna be like this till maybe June next year, May, June. I remember the last snowstorm we had. It was in May this year, and that snow didn't melt till maybe June. Then summer started, July. Then we enjoyed summer, July, August, and maybe little of September, November. Boom, we have entered that season again. I don't even want to say things that come with this snow. You burn more fuel during this period. You burn more fuel because when you are driving, you can't drive freely because there's snow. I'm not feeling this weather. Especially this year, I'm not feeling it at all because it started too early. At least one should have enjoyed at least dry road, dry ground, maybe till December. Then before we'll prepare or we'll start thinking of wearing ski pants, boots, and the rest. You saw those ski pants. There are also things that make one get tired. When my son wears ski pants to school, it's like you are wearing weapon. Whenever he comes back, he sleeps for like how many hours? I kept on wondering what is making these guys. I realized that it's not easy to work with this heavy snow boots, then jacket, then the way I dress my kids, they can thermal wear, sweater, like that. So when they get home, once they take those things off, they will be there for the next 5 minutes. So if kids can feel that way, let alone me. Let alone me, because I will wear weapon. Especially those that work in the snow. My kind of job, sometimes I have to come out to organize kids in the snow. Frostbite all over my body, even with the jacket. There's no thickness of jacket I don't have, but yet the snow is not smiling. The weather is not smiling. So if I am not consistent with content this period, just understand that Joy is probably snow sick. If there's any word like that, snow sick, because what is all this if it's not the weather? To even go out, maybe you want to go out, it's not interesting this period because when you look at the whole place, you'll be wondering, how can I even drive? There was a day I was going to work, I saw a bus, transport, public bus, skidding. When a snake is moving, it was skidding like this. I was like, God, tell me why we won't have accidents this period. But I just pray God will protect every one of us. Car skidding. So before now, I used to go to my work like 15 minutes earlier, go drop my kids. But now I leave 30 minutes earlier. Because out of the 30 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, I will use it to heat up the car because there's snow everywhere. The car has to be warm so that the kids can be comfortable, and you have to melt all the snow on the windscreen. Then more than I leave like almost 45 minutes earlier because this is not the time to speed. I just maintain like 20 or 30 kilometer speed. Because if it happens now, nobody wants to hear your story that, oh, you were running late. So where I will have gone like 10 minutes before, I will now go like 30 minutes before. That is just how this weather is acting. People that have not stocked up their house now, I wonder how, because who wants to come out in this weather? If you are not well kitted, it's not advisable. As I'm talking with you guys now, my face is it's like I use the what they call this thing they use for facials. My face is like I put starch. The weather is drying it up. But don't get me wrong, these are natural things. There's really nothing much we can do about it. So it's just we that should do things to make ourselves comfortable during this weather. Snow is a good thing to experience, especially for those that have never experienced it. It's a good thing. Even when the Bible said white as snow, I didn't understand it then when I was in Nigeria till I came here. Especially when you are looking at it in the night, the way it will be glitchy. I say, when the Bible said as white as snow, then this is it. It's a beautiful thing. Snow is a beautiful thing to experience, but for this year, it's not my weather. As I'm talking with you now, it's already snowing. It's snowing because it has started. And I learned it's going to last for 24 hours. That's the time of making this video. Cold and everything associated with this weather, you can imagine. That is what we're experiencing. But that notwithstanding, I'm not the coffee type. If not, I would have been taking so much coffee. But I have tea, I have pepper soup. It's time for me to go bring everything out from my freezer because this is the time. Although I planned next year, January, when it's really serious. But now it's earlier than we thought. How can snow just start and it will just last for 24 hours? If it's something like 2, 3 hours, it's fine. But 24 hours. So we are in for a long thing in Canada this period. We are in for a long thing. And I know God will help us. So, guys, I just wanted to update you guys what has been happening to me lately. Maybe you've not been seeing my uploads. It's just because of how the whole thing is now. I can't really put myself together. It's cold. I feel tired because of the weather. I can't exercise much because I can't really go out. Who wants to walk in this kind of weather? Who wants to start doing walking, or you want to just take a walk? It's hard. So, but we will survive. Nothing lasts forever. Thanks so much for watching. And if you are just stopping by on my channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Bye.